Hello viewers, welcome to Science TV 1 p.m. news. My name is Edna Kaindi and this is my sign name, and my sign language interpreter is Mini Mbesa. On our top news item, President William Ruto is hosting 12,235 aspirants who have formally expressed interest in contesting in various elective positions on UDA tickets ahead of the 2027 general elections. The meeting has brought together aspirants from across the country for a key party engagement. The aspirants are drawn from all elective levels, including governors, senators, members of parliament, women representatives, MCAs, underscoring intense competition within the ruling party. Attendance is limited to those who successfully completed the party's registration process. UDA officials have described the large number of aspirants as unprecedented, pointing to the party's expanding national appeal. The forum is expected to focus on party unity, nomination guidelines, and early preparations as UDA gears up for the next general election.
Taxes from 30% to 25%. 1.5 million working Kenyans will not pay any taxes. 500,000, another 500,000 working Kenyans will have their taxes reduced from 30% to 25%. That is how progressively we are going to make sure that we manage the cost of living, so that the people at the bottom of the pyramid, we can be able to support them. Wakati tulisema bottom up, it was not a slogan. It was because we want to mind about the people at the bottom of the pyramid, give them an opportunity to live decently like the rest of the people of the Republic of Kenya.
IEBC commissioners held a meeting with several religious leaders earlier today to discuss special requests related to the electoral process. The session aimed to promote transparency and strengthen collaboration between the electoral body and faith-based stakeholders. The church leaders attending the meeting expressed their commitment to working with IEBC to ensure that the upcoming elections are conducted in a free and fair and transparent manner. They also pledged to engage their congregation in promoting peace and cooperation throughout the electoral process. The meeting comes as IEBC ramps up preparations for the general election, providing an opportunity for dialogue between the Electoral Commission and religious institutions on the functioning of electoral systems and community engagement.
You know, if you look at elections in Kenya, everything is said to be going very well, except when we start now processing results. As we speak now, there are people who have gone to court to say that results should be final at the constituency level. We know results are final at the polling station. That debate will become live, and we must discuss it and know which is the result path and how do we process the result in Kenya differently. First of all, for efficiency and timeliness and being very quick, and also to be credible as far as the result processing is concerned. So please be ready to participate in that debate. Of course, the issue of communication and media briefing, ensuring that we are regularly briefing you on what is happening around. Post-election accountability, result declaration, dispute resolution. I've talked about edit and scrutiny, which is allowed, and of course, judicial redress. We expect that by October 2026, when the election period is being declared, we have a clear path of result, transmission, declaration, and how it will happen. Currently, internally, we have a task force that is looking at resource processing, and we expect that report will come out, and the Director of Operation is here. I know he's following up on that. I think you go ahead, because I want to go very fast. Now, collaboration with faith actors, where we expect you to come in. First of all, voter education and awareness, as Chairman has mentioned. Please disseminate accurate and partisan information.
Senator Wahome Matiga of Nyeri County has called the Ministry of Education to ensure that facilitators expected to implement the competency-based curriculum, CBE, are adequately prepared. He emphasized that proper training is key to delivering quality and high standard education to learners. Wamatinga spoke during a graduation ceremony for 150 facilitators from primary and secondary schools in Nyeri County, who completed a 5-day training program focused on teaching, weaving, and braiding, one of the practical subjects under the CBE framework. The senator stressed that equipping facilitators with the right skills and knowledge is essential for the successful rollout of the CBE program, ensuring that students receive relevant and competency-driven education aligned with modern learning standards.
Currently, computer studies and digital literacy is a competence that is required by all the learners. And we have more than 30,000 learners who are going to be impacted.
We have trained them on coding and ICT integration, and now they are well equipped. So that now once they get back to class, they will be able now to integrate ICT into their teaching, and now that is going to open and make sure that learning is limitless in classroom.
It is quite unfortunate that the Ministry of Education has remained very, very dysfunctional, and at times when it came to administration of and management of the curriculum, we've not seen any support from them. If they don't change, then they have to ship out, because there are no two ways about it. We are not going to compromise on the quality of our education, and it cannot be that the minister and the peers do not have idea what's happening.
Leaders of the Nurses Union in Nyamira County have issued a 14-day ultimatum to the county government over poor working conditions, a shortage of permanent nurses, and frequent staff transfers that they say violate workers' rights. The union warns that if their concerns are not addressed, they will proceed with industrial action. Speaking to journalists in Nyamira town, union leaders criticized the county government for failing to hire nurses on the permanent and pensionable terms, forcing staff to undertake temporary assignments and work in challenging conditions. They said the current arrangements compromises both staff welfare and the quality of healthcare delivery. The ultimatum underscores growing tensions between the county government and healthcare workers, with union leaders calling for urgent action to resolve the issues before the threatened strike disrupt essential health services in the county.
Nurses wamehamia, wengine wametoka. Sasa wale wachache ambao wamepaki wanafanyishwa kazi nzito sana. Hasa tunalalamikia jambo ambalo county government imepanga, inawatoa nurses kutoka kwa zile facilities tunaita dispensaries na kuacha nasi mmoja ahudumie wagonjwa, afanye ile kazi yote, na kwa njia hiyo wanamnyima zile siku zake za kwenda leave. Hata wakati amefiwa na mtu wa ndani wa familia haezi akaenda.
A standard roster, a nurse is supposed to work for 40 hours. But as we speak, nurses are working 70 hours in a week. The county government should come out and clarify on why it has not employed nurses. Right as we speak, we are telling the community of Nyamira that they are being treated by quack nurses.
At least kwa level 2 tukue na nurses wanne. But at the moment, it is a favor that tunafanya. We sacrifice ourselves. Tunafanya watu wawili. But wamefikia mahali, kuna jamaa wanakaa kwa ofisi. Wanaamuka asubuhi, sijui ni ndoto, wanakuwa kwa ndoto, wanaamuka, wanaanza kupiga watu transfer, wanaacha mtu mmoja kwa facility. How can you work?
Thank you for watching the Science TV News at 1. My name is Edna Kaindi, and this is my sign name. My voice interpreter was Minimbesa. You can continue sharing and all our content that we'll find it on our social media. Bye-bye.